It's Grant here from Cape Snake Conservation, and I've just caught this really nice big mole snake in Nordic, and I'm about to release it. But I thought that before I release it, it would be a good opportunity for me just to show you how to identify the snake. Okay, so once again I've put the mole snake in the tube. It's just a much less stressful way for the snake to be handled, and it also gives us the opportunity to look at it far more closely. I gotta say, this is one strong snake. You gotta hold on really tightly to keep it in here. Now, if you remember from the Cape Cobra, one of the similarities is that it has incredibly shiny scales, smooth scales. One of the differences that you'll see in terms of the color, I know that we spoke about coloration being very variable and not a reliable way to identify a snake like this, but with the Cape Cobra you'll often find that underneath the color is slightly lighter, like a yellowish color or even a salmon. With the mole snake, it's fairly uniform. So you've got the same color all the way around the body. The other thing that can help you to identify the mole snake is simply by its size. In the Western Cape, you don't get too many snakes that get up to this size. On a rare occasion, the boomslang might get close to this size, and the Cape Cobra as well. But this large, thick snake, which is black and shiny like this, is more than likely a mole snake. But although that's really not the best way to identify it. The distinguishing factor, or the easiest way to tell the difference between the Cape Cobra and the mole snake now, like we spoke about previously, is the shape of the head. The mole snake's head really doesn't differ from the neck, meaning that you can't see where the head starts and where the neck ends. There are also no bulging cheeks on the side. The mole snake doesn't have venom glands, but the mole snake must still be taken very seriously. A bite from the snake can cause quite some pain, and if that isn't treated properly, it can lead to infection. The mole snake has what we call recurved teeth, meaning that the teeth curve backwards in the mouth. So if it latches onto you, that pulling action, moving backwards, will actually rip the skin out of your body. So don't think that because the snake is non-venomous, that it is completely harmless. The snake can give you a nasty bite, and like with all snakes, it's best just to leave them alone. So the distinguishing factor with the snake like the mole snake between a Cape Cobra is the shape of its head. So what I've done is I've just let him creep out the end here, and hopefully that'll give you a good indication as to just the very pointed shape of the head. It's got elongated snout. What you'll also notice is that the eyeball is actually further away from the nostril, although this is obviously not something easy to pick up if the snake is flashing past. So similar to the Cape Cobra, the main things to look out for with this snake are the shiny scales, the smooth scales. That distinguishes it from, say, a rinkels or a boomslang, or even a puff adder. What distinguishes the snake from the Cape Cobra is the fact that it doesn't have those chubby cheeks on the head. One mustn't mistake the jawline for venom glands. It's that long, elongated snout, that pointy snout, which hopefully you can see there, that is what really tells it apart from the Cape Cobra. Now, the release of the snake is very similar to the video that we had of the Cape Cobra. One would think that such a large snake, if it was an aggressive animal, that the snake would take the first opportunity to hunt me down and to chase me. But what you can see here is that the moment the snake has been let free, its initial and primary and only goal or objective is to escape, is to get somewhere safely and to take itself out of that vulnerable situation that it found itself in before. It's always so rewarding to see a snake go back into the wild. Before we finish off, there's just one more thing that I'd like to show you, or throw a bit of a spanner in the works, and that is to show you what a young mole snake looks like, or a juvenile mole snake. They look completely different to the adults. Sometimes the adults will retain some of the markings that the little ones have, but the little ones look far more like scarpstekers or even egg eaters than the adults ever will. Now, if you have a look at this picture, this is a juvenile mole snake, and as you can see, it's quite distinctly patterned. The dark patterning on the body looks a bit like the blotches of a scarpsteker, but it's a little bit more of a zigzag pattern. But one of the things that you can see are the small white flecks that are just running along the sides of the body. Now, those little white dots or white flecks are not always as pronounced as this one, but they are usually there, and that is probably the easiest way to be able to tell the difference between something like a scarpsteker or an egg eater or this baby mole snake. The scarpstekers are mildly venomous, and although it's not medically significant, one can have a sensitivity build-up of the venom in one's system, so it's never good to get bitten by anything, even if it's mildly venomous. One could also, similar to bee stings, have allergic type reaction to the venom. So even if just a word of caution, you may see a snake that you think is a mole snake. Again, just be careful before handling it, but at the same time, if you see a snake like this and it doesn't look like anything you've ever seen before, you could then narrow it down to one of those 2 or 3, but more likely a scarpsteker and a mole snake. So it's nothing completely foreign. If you see a snake like this that doesn't look like anything else you've seen, there's a good chance that it's a juvenile mole snake. Again though, if you find anything, you're not sure what it is, you're more than welcome to post it on the Facebook page, which is Cape Snake Conservation, or you can either email me at grant@capesnakeconservation.com with your snake pictures, and I'll be more than happy to identify them for you. Once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.